You know what the biggest risk is? Doing nothing.
Life itself's a risk, isn't it?
Life's a risk, but doing nothing, dude, that's the biggest fuck up. Because time is your number one asset that is fleeting away by the second.
You have to be resilient. You have to be consistent.
Keep rolling.
Keep going. Don't stop. You can't fail if you don't give up. And if I saw someone that was obese get up on stage and start talking to me about motivation, about this, about business, about deals, about dude, shut the fuck up. I don't care how many millions you're worth, you're losing. You'll be dead next year. Mental, physical, spiritual. Make it a fucking priority.
Yeah, and drink more water.
Simple life hack.
Simple life hack. As humans, we fail to... That's why marketing isn't as popular as sales. No, sales better because you get... When I sell to you, you pay me now.
Yeah.
When I market, I see the results a little bit later.
Imagine if you only had one client and he was your only client forever. How are you going to treat him?
I got an idea that I wanted to share with you before we kick this episode off. I've been thinking, because I was going to come on when I put this on before I came here. I was like, I'm going to plug the UFC as soon as I get there. To their shout out to our sponsor, the UFC.
Yeah. Use the code 20.
Yeah,
use the code Robby, $1 million days.
Use the code Robby20
off.
But we do genuinely want to help businesses.
Yeah.
Right. So this is what I was thinking. I'm going to announce this live. I'm thinking is instead of us plugging the businesses that we use, whatever, which is great. We can always tell people what stuff we use. That's awesome. But I thought, imagine if we sponsored people who listened.
Oh, cool.
You know what I mean? And we set up a page and it's like, go fill out the form and tell us just follow the instructions on the form and it'll have it on there. It'll be like, tell us in 50 words or less why we should plug your business.
Yeah.
And then we'll pick.
Yeah, that's
so if you're listening to this right now and you want a shout out on the podcast, I'm going to insert a link right here somewhere and in the show notes.
That's where it goes.
Somewhere in the description, there'll be a link somewhere. Go to the page, fill out the form, and you might just get plugged in. Every single week, we're going to plug one lucky business.
Awesome. That's a great idea.
Great idea, right?
Because exactly what we're about and helping people and doing it. And it's going to roll into what I'm going to talk about today, which you have no idea.
I've got no idea.
No idea what it's about. But really cool. I like it. And then, a lot of you might be thinking, big deal. The 3 people that listen to this podcast are going to listen to me. Yes.
Yeah. And
right?
It only
You're
takes
thinking
one.
small. Exactly.
It only takes one person to go and say, okay, cool. I'm going to call this people or this business or whatever it might be because they needed you at the right time or they liked your business name or they liked your logo or they like this podcast.
And that's the whole premise around why so many people don't do, say, building brand on social media, because they don't. They put up a post, doesn't go viral. This doesn't work. I'm only going to post once in the next 6 months. This doesn't work. It's shit. And that whole mindset is why you're not crushing it. Because here's the thing. We've been going for 45 odd weeks. We're going to nearly hit a year. How good's that?
This is episode 46.
Yep, 46. Sick. But above and beyond that, I've got something else. Every single week, our listeners are going up and up and up and up. And not long ago, we got featured on the front page of Spotify or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Our ratings shot through the roof. Our views got shot through the roof. It only takes one, but consistency is so important, okay? And don't be disheartened. Today you're going to imagine you were one of the first guys to get shouted out on Joe Rogan's podcast. You know what I mean? How sick's that?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Because when you first started, you only had 3 people listening to him. I'm sure he
just for the record, we've got more than 3 listeners.
4.
Yeah, almost.
Almost
3.5.
Sick.
Do you know what, speaking of the amount of listeners we've got, do you want me to tell you a pretty cool stat I saw the other day, George?
Yes.
I think you're going to love this. And it is this. Did you know we've been listened to in 50 countries and 472 cities?
Oh my goodness.
So how cool is that?
I think I need something stronger than water.
Hey, and 70%, 90% Australia.
Understandably.
Yeah. 3% US.
Hey.
Yeah.
What's happening? What's cracking?
What's up? But if I look at the cities, right? Like, dude, we've been listened to in some cities.
Tell me one.
Tell you one. So Melbourne, obviously 59% Melbourne.
Yeah. Homegrown.
7% Sydney, 4% Brisbane, and then we got Adelaide, Perth, and then we got Dallas, Texas.
Dallas.
Wollongong, New South Wales. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Phillies.
New York. Houston, Texas. LA, Phoenix, North Carolina, Chicago, Islamabad,
Hey,
Georgia.
if you are from the States or from any other country other than Australia, please fill out that form so we can give you a shout out. You want an
Seattle?
international business? This is where it starts.
Good. Vegas. That was Dana White for sure.
100%. We should go to Vegas
Shout out to Dana White.
and we should do a podcast there.
Yes, we should. We should go for sure. Clyde North. Oh, there's so much, but it's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Found out
It's
really
cool. Well, welcome to all our international listeners.
Yeah, especially if you're from Vegas.
Look us up.
With something.
Look us up with some
UFC tickets.
UFC tickets and maybe
Free plug here.
a drink card.
And
Just one. We'll share it.
yeah.
Cool, man. Heaps happening. Never ending. Never a dull moment. Just recently hired someone.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Is that what you're
yes,
gonna-
Yes. It wasn't where I was going at all with this, but yeah, just hired someone today. Well, offered them the position. I'm going to do another sit down with them, just make sure that they're not a freak. Hopefully they are as good as they say they are.
Do you want me to vet
Just
them?
deep dive. Yeah, maybe just come in, just knock in some hard questions.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. What's your favorite color?
Yeah. What are you going to do if someone doesn't run to the
All those sorts of things. But yeah, excited for that to happen. Next week's hectic. Got an event next week, which I'm really excited about. And
quick start?
what do you mean, quick start?
Like, will they be starting soon?
Yeah,
if
within
they
a week.
accept- Yeah,
Within a
cool.
week.
So they'll be there for the
No, I think they might just miss it, which is a bit annoying.
bummer.
Yeah, I'm going to have to find someone to help us out with the event. But that's okay. Oh, look, they might resign and then get marching orders that day. So if that's the case, I'll get them in. If not, then we'll probably go to the week after, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking forward to that. Just expanding, I'm so precious and I'm becoming obsessed with my time lately a lot. I was looking at it in every aspect. Where can I make my time better? How can I improve it? Once you realize how powerful it is, it's so fucking cool. Like I almost get my thrills out of saving 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Dude, I had 8 potential partnerships that's coming out of one of the events.
Yeah, nice.
And really nice people, really great people doing cool things. And then they reached out to me. They're like, hey, do you have time to meet with a client? And I said, sure, tell me a little bit about it. And they told me, and I was like, where are we meeting them? And I'd probably have to travel 45 minutes. And then I'm like, listen, can we make sure the client's qualified? Make sure we're in the right position, make sure we're going to move forward. If I go and I drive 45 minutes and I spend an hour there and I drive 40, like you're going to take 3 hours out of my day.
Well, at least you got a nice car now.
Yeah, but come on, man. Like 3 hours out of my day,
Huge.
massive.
Huge.
And I'm like, this better be, like this needs to be. I understand, like, yes, we're in the sales game.
Yeah, you got to.
But also-
you got to do that stuff. I get it.
Yeah, and there's an element of risk, like you're not going to every single
everything.
time you spend time.
In everything.
But I was like, is this client in a position where, you know what I mean? They're ready to go. They understand who we are, what we're about. Because if we do this and we come out and we do the whole meeting and everything and we lose 3 hours, and then to find out that they've got a $400 budget,
That's right.
you know what I mean? That's going to be a big waste of time. And made sure everything was right, and yeah, meetings happening.
Oh, good.
But yes, so
So it hasn't happened?
hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, nice.
But
How
like
goes that?
I told him, I just said, hey, listen, I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I'm super protective of my time. You know what I mean? I don't waste my own time. I don't let other people waste it.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. I got some random guy message me the other day. I don't even know how he got my number. Hey, George, love what you do. No idea who it is. Love what you're doing, this. I was wondering, I'm about to launch this new product.
Oh, what's his name?
Oh, dude, no idea. Maybe you know him. I don't have his
I
number.
don't know him. I reckon I got the exact same message this morning
Oh, really?
saying, hey, Robby, hope you're well, mate. This is such a funny conversation.
What's his name? Is his name Matthew?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. That's
Same number?
Yeah. Look. Website inquiry.
Yeah, right. It could be the same person. Maybe he listens to the cast. I don't know who you are. I don't know how you got my number. Whatever. It's not that protected.
Got to
Probably
this
not
one.
that hard to get. But anyway, haven't responded. Not out of arrogance. Not out of
no.
not
It's
out
just
of
like,
you've got a shit idea. Not out of the pitch. Like that's great, but dude, it's so much of my time at the moment. Just even to respond, I hate text messaging. I hate it. Shits me. Nothing.
Message
shits
me heaps.
It's on WhatsApp and I type it. That's different. Or I'll do voice to text.
Yeah. Sent with Siri.
Yeah. Sent with Siri, that sort of shit. It's so funny when Siri reads it back to you. Like, hey, motherfucker.
Yeah. Who are you sending those messages to?
You.
Yeah.
Who else?
Right.
So protective
of your time.
Yeah. Well, look, this is going to lead into the topic a little bit. It's going to be one element of it, I'm sure. It's something I'm going to bring. I wanted to talk today about, I was thinking, what can we bring to the podcast that we
I still have no idea.
Still have no idea. And I did this on purpose.
Yeah.
Just message you today. Hey, got a topic.
Got a topic?
Sick. Don't tell me. You actually said, don't tell me. And I want to talk about like the fundamental things you need in business. Okay? The things you're going to need if you're going to be successful and achieve any level of greatness in your business. What are the fundamental things? Like, top 5, top 10, whatever it might be. Just between us now, I want to roll out a few.
Yeah.
And these are the not negotiables. These are the things you have to have in business in order for you to be successful.
Yeah.
Want to just bring those out because I think a lot of people see business as, I'm going to start a business, I'm going to crush it, I'm going to be a multi-millionaire, this is going to be easy, I'm going to be great. But they don't see the really dark side of it. And it's not until they get into the trenches where they go, okay, how do I make payroll this week? How do I do this? How do I do this? And I think people often underestimate how hard it's going to be and what it actually takes to be super successful. Some
100% agree.
Yep, I get it. They launch new iPad covers and they're fucking multi-millionaires.
Launch new iPad covers.
Whatever. Something new.
What are we doing?
Okay, I know. Multi-millionaires. That happens. You do get those overnight successes every now and then. And then people look at that and go, how good is that? But everyone, that's the one story that everyone knows about. It's like when Portelli, right? He now does his giveaway stuff and he's a multi-millionaire. How many copycats have you seen since?
Oh, there's heaps.
Heaps. Oh,
Yeah,
we're giving away this lamp. It's worth $15,000. It's like, man, come on.
You know what? Full credit to him, dude. Full credit to that bloke. He is
100%.
crushing it. And I saw a video he did the other day and he's like, listen, I'm giving away $1 million cash. He goes, I'm going to do it in 2 days.
You're a mad dog.
He goes, I'm not one of these other companies doing $55,000
Yeah.
over 5 weeks.
Yeah.
He goes, $1 million, couple days.
Don't fuck around.
Join below. Dude, I almost joined. I was like,
100%. I saw that one.
I was like, I'm going to join.
It was tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, I think,
whatever it
it's very, very recent. It might have been done.
For your stuff before?
Me?
Yeah. Have you ever bought anything from him?
No.
Yeah, I did once.
You did?
Yeah, I think it was a car I liked, so I just bought a ticket.
Yeah, fair enough.
I get that car. Cool. I don't ever. I very rarely do any of that stuff. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's like
buy
playing
a
the
lottery
lotto.
ticket. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. That's
Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. It's personal lotto.
Yeah.
They are doing their own, like it's a private lotto.
Yeah.
That used to be a dominated market, a very regulated market, and now it's become not
mainstream.
unregulated. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
But it's
Anyone
a big
can
fuck
do it.
you to anyone else trying. Do you know what I mean? But cool, I dig that, man.
What he
That's
said.
awesome.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, but everyone's trying to copy. Everyone's trying to
I use the
follow
same
you.
thing. I use the same thing.
Yeah.
There's this great thing. Okay. How can I say this without saying it? So we're running events.
Yep.
And I got my event called the Builder Summit. And then there was another company out there that saw my event and then did a post about, which was so obvious that it was directed to me, saying, don't come to that event. Or he says other summits. And then he goes, this is what you get at our event, but this is what you get at other summits. And it's like, I just laughed when I see shit like that. You know what I mean? You go, you're scared. You're scared. You're worried.
Thanks for letting me know you noticed.
That's it.
I know exactly.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I told you to put your link in the comments.
Yeah.
Remember? I was like, go post your link in the comments. Just let them know.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm watching too. Yeah.
Watch it. Yeah, come to the other.
two-way street.
Come to the other summit. Too good. Anyway, so let's get stuck into it.
Yep.
Do you want to start off? What do you reckon is one of the fundamental things? Just one. Doesn't have to be in any particular order. What's something you reckon you need to be successful in business?
Yeah. You need to sell.
Good.
100%. Like there is no business without sales.
You can't.
It just doesn't exist.
The sell and the close. Okay, because it's like we can get the sale in or the inquiry in, but you got to be able to close them too. Too many people they get to that point where they get that sale and they don't close them. They're like, oh, do you want to do a deal? Yeah, let's do a deal. They shake hands, but then they don't get money transaction.
Yeah, so
I'll do it next week.
There's a thing called. Oh, I can't remember what it is. Never finish a meeting without booking the next meeting.
Yeah.
Book a meeting from a meeting. Bam, fam. That's what it's called. Book
Yeah.
a meeting from a meeting.
Yeah.
Hormozy teaches it.
Yeah,
It's
right.
called Bam, fam.
Yeah.
So you never close the meeting off. Where, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, think about it and let me know. And I'll give you a call next week. No.
Yeah.
It's, okay, cool. You need to think about it. No worries. Can I call you next Wednesday? So 2:00? All right, perfect. I'll send you a calendar if I can accept it now whilst we're on the call.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it? All right, awesome, man. I'll see you then. We'll chat then.
Yeah, good.
You know what I mean?
Locking it in.
As opposed to rolling the dice and hoping to God. Because
Yeah. Here's the link.
if you've ever worked in sales, you without a doubt in the world been ghosted. I have anyway.
I've done it.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I still Tesla Richmond. If you're listening to this, stop calling me.
Got a Ranger.
Stop calling me. I bought a Ford Ranger. They still call me till now, and it is gone so far.
Diesel. I know. I've got a diesel now. It's not electric.
It has gone so far that I can't answer.
Yeah.
I just can't answer. I've saved it as Tesla guy, and I just won't answer.
Yeah.
Because
have you told him you bought a car?
nah, dude, they're doing my head in.
So like, shut it down. Say, dude, I just bought a Ranger. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, but now it's got to. See, so here's the thing. Have you ever followed someone up so much? Like I have. Working in real estate, I used to follow up because that was what I was taught. You need to follow up.
Yeah.
Dude.
GC's massive on that.
Yeah. Keep calling him. Keep calling him.
Don't stop.
For me, even if I was going to buy a Tesla now, this has gone so far that I'd probably have to go buy a Tesla from someone else.
Yeah,
because it's just like become too much.
Yeah, there's an art to it, and I think it's a little bit different in Australia too. I think we're more opposed to sales than what they are in the States. As in, people are more defensive. Hey, don't try and sell me. Don't try and sell me.
Do you like being sold to?
If I'm interested in the product, if the product's going to help me, and then if I've got no interest in it,
you don't feel like you are being sold to in that case. There is nothing worse than someone who tried. Like, if you try and corner me into a sale, I will. Like, if my back's against the wall, I'm going to come out swinging. Do you know what I mean? It's there for me personally. Nothing worse than that situation. Like nothing. I hate it so much, and I try not to put people in that position either.
Yeah.
And I say, hey man, like if you don't want to proceed, that's cool. Like just let me know so I don't call you. Because otherwise I'm going to call you.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know what I mean? And if you don't want to, man, that's completely cool as well. I completely understand. And one of the greatest things, I'll share this real quick, is that I learned about sales, and this was from the real estate coach I had, and he goes, sometimes you got to give people a way out. Like just calling it, because some people don't know how to confront you.
Yeah.
To tell you that they're signed with someone else. He's like, give them a way out, mate. He's like, send them an email. It's easier for them to respond to an email. Send them a text saying, hey, just let me know. Like, I don't want to keep calling you. Just let me know, you know? Or tell them like, hey, I'm going to consider you out.
Yeah.
You know, and if they're in, they'll fucking respond.
Yeah.
Like, trust me. Like, if they're in and they're just that busy and they think you're going to count them out, but they're in, they're going to respond.
I'm often like that. I'm often so busy that I won't respond to stuff right away, but I do have an intention of calling or
that's what I'm saying.
That's like, cool. Just leave me for 3 weeks. Call me in 3 weeks.
Dude, we could do this whole fucking thing about sales.
Oh, 100%. I'm actually going to write a 3-day course on sales.
Yeah.
And it's partly written already, but exactly that. Sales is so fundamental. Your ability to sell products in great enough quantities at high enough prices will ultimately determine your success in business.
Majorly, I reckon.
Yeah.
It's a big impact.
Huge. So, master sales. And not everyone is taught sales. You know, we're never taught that in school.
Oh, dude, here's the best part.
Yeah.
Most people would think they're pretty good at it.
Yeah. Well, look, you know what? Here's a trick with it. Everything is a sale. You're selling your kids to put their shoes on to get to school. You're selling your wife on where to eat lunch and dinner. You're selling everything. Everything is a sale. Your employees to come to work. Exactly right. Now, how you tailor that for a monetary exchange with a stranger, that's the sale. And so much goes into sales. It's not like the one transaction of selling something. Hey, buy this phone. It's this much. It's like, cool. What's the branding behind it? You know, what's the message behind it?
Dude,
what's the company behind it? What are you behind it? Like, what is the attraction to the product, to the service, to everything?
That's a great second pillar.
100%.
Marketing.
And brand.
Dude.
I would say we can put those two together. Branding and marketing.
Personally, I think branding, ads, PR, all that sits under marketing. That's my ideal. Like, that's how I view it. Like, you're going to do branding, cool, that sits under the marketing department.
Yes, without a doubt.
You're not like, well, we need a branding. It's under the marketing department. Ads, under the marketing. Everything, all that goes under marketing. You know what I mean? Print, etc.
Without a doubt. It was my most surprising thing when I started my business.
Marketing?
Yeah.
Dude, I used to think marketing was for girls.
That's so sexist.
I know. No, but that's because what about all the people who hire their wife to do marketing? And you're like, your wife's got no idea about marketing.
Yeah, exactly. But it's because it's the easy thing to do.
Yeah, it's like, well, she sorts out the marketing.
Or it can be a creative thing. I think, girls are more creative in that space. So that could potentially...
Creative and marketing are not...
No, but they think, brand marketing, same shit, creative.
Yeah, see, but that's sexist.
Yeah, so sexist.
It is, dude. But growing up, that's what you see. Like most marketing managers are females. Yeah, and you're like,
industry.
Yeah, it seems to be the woman thing.
Really, I think it's changed now, though. Don't you reckon?
What?
The
I know heaps of builders who like they get their dude. I probably deal with more women.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because the marketing coordinator on that side, you speak to the wife.
Yeah, she does all the branding stuff.
She's like, she does all the marketing and all that.
Yeah, that is so true.
And I speak to them, and like not through any fault of their own, but most of the time they've got no idea.
Yep.
And then we spend time educating them. Mm-hmm. You know, and then they're like, "Wow, no one's ever explained this to me like this." Yeah. And it's like, because I don't know.
For me, it was again, I just never hadn't had any education in it until I educated myself. Until I saw a small, and you've heard me tell the story so many times, but until I saw a slight result in a bit of branding that we did, I'm like, holy shit. And then it led down the rabbit hole of educating myself, reading Gary Vaynerchuk's Crushing It, then employing a marketing company to do some video creation for me, then using that, then posting that, then growing my social media presence to what it is today and having a decent influence and connecting with people. And so many strangers come up to me now and say, George, I love your stuff. I saw a boss that I used to work with a couple of years ago. I saw him, but it was during my time at Multiplex nearly 18 years ago. And he goes, or over 18 years ago. And he's like, mate, I see all your stuff on LinkedIn. He goes, it's amazing. He goes, trust me. He goes, people are watching. He goes, I know a lot of big hitters. They all see your shit. They all love everything you're doing. And I haven't spoken to this guy in nearly 20 years. And aside from that, all the other heavy hitters that he knows are watching.
Yeah.
So people see that. And it's amazing how much influence it has on a person's decision to buy from you, to sell, for you to be able to sell to them easier. So I reckon in this day and age, especially with how social media is and how we are as a society, you are crazy if you're one of those people that think, I don't need to brand, I don't need to market, I just do word of mouth. You're going to die. Like, not in that way, but branding? Your business is going to die eventually, or it's just going to get crushed by me. You know, it will. Like, I'm going to come in and I'm going to price a $4 million job against you, and I'm just going to crush it because that person looks at me and goes, okay, I feel more comfortable with this other company. He looks really good and professional, but I feel more comfortable with these guys. And it also it gets to a level where you can almost become the celebrity in your space. And people are obsessed with celebrities now, for whatever reason it might be. Any TikTok person can all of a sudden become famous. You walk down the street, oh, wow, there's such and such. They've got 50 million followers. Who the fuck are they? You know, they're just another person, just like you, just like me, except they've gone out and created content at scale and benefiting from that financially from a social point of view as well. So yeah, huge marketing.
Dude, branding should make your sales easier.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Okay, great example. If you had to sell 2 phones.
Yes.
And I said, hey, I'm going to put you in an Apple store for a day. You got to sell an iPhone, and then I'm going to put you into JB Hi-Fi and you got to sell a Google Pixel.
Yeah.
Which phone's going to be the easier sell?
Oh, without a doubt.
Right?
Nokia.
Yeah. Back in the day. The iPhone's going to be easier. The iPhone's double the price.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Why? Because Apple has a very strong brand in that sector. That's going to be a way easier sell. But is it a better phone?
Probably
not necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be. There might be the same equivalent. Do you know what I mean?
It'd be worse.
The Google Pixel might be better.
Yeah.
But the Apple will be easier to sell because the person's coming in already having sold themselves.
Yep.
That's the power of brand.
People look at that. I think it's an excuse. They look at that and go, oh, well, that's Apple. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. I can never be that. I can never have that. And that comes down to the whole concept we just spoke about, as in we'll give you a shout out. People think, a big deal. What, 300 people are going to listen to it? 1,000 people, big fucking deal. They're not going to buy my product.
You don't see it?
You don't know that.
Yeah.
You don't know that at all. It could be that one person that listens to this podcast that buys your product that sets you up for life.
Could be the game changer.
It only
takes one person, one meeting, one phone call, one client, one product, one business, it only takes one thing.
Sick. And that's going to lead me into the next one.
Go.
Consistency.
Okay,
because sometimes it takes 10 years to get that one.
Oh, fucking oath it does.
Sometimes it takes 12 months, whatever it is. You know, it takes...
It's the green dice.
Yeah,
green
it's the green dice. I love it. I love it. It's exactly that. You have to be resilient. You have to be consistent.
Keep rolling.
Keep going. Don't stop. You can't fail if you don't give up. Okay? How many billionaires and multi-hundreds of millionaires, ask them how many times they've been broke.
Yeah.
Most of them have been broke 2 to 3 times. They've gone bankrupt, lost fucking everything.
And bounce back.
And they bounce back bigger and better each time. Each time. Because they're consistent, they're resilient, they're perseverant. Perseverant. They have perseverance. And that's what gets them through. Because you need to be strong. You need to be tough. It's not an easy game. It's not an easy slog. So you have to keep pushing through the good times and have the discipline to dominate in the great times. Because a lot of people say, oh, good times, let's take the foot off the pedal.
That is one of the hardest things.
That's hard.
Do.
And that's what I learned the hard way.
There's a case, do you guys know Casey Neistat?
No.
So he's the vlogger OG, like the OG vlogger on YouTube.
Yeah.
He's got like 11, 12 million subscribers.
Yep. Jeez.
So he started vlogging in 2000, what was it, like 14 or something? Well, he started like way back
Before
2009, but yeah, he's like the grandfather of vlogging.
Yeah.
So he vlogged every single day. Like he posted a video every single day for 2 years straight.
Yep.
And that's how he got big.
2 years, man. 2 years straight, every day. 2 years straight, over 700 videos, nearly 700 videos.
Oh, yes.
Over 700 videos, yeah.
More than
Okay, so you're looking at that, and people are, if I said to you, I guarantee you'll be a multi, hundreds of millions of dollars in 2 years' time, guarantee it. But you have to do something every single day.
And the funny thing is, for the first year, he didn't monetize at all.
Yeah.
No ads on his video. And he probably lost a couple of million, like tens of millions of dollars just from ads.
Yeah, but he didn't know back then either.
Yeah, he didn't care about it. And
But
then
also,
like,
you don't know what you don't know.
on the second year,
Yeah, and also
got
you
a
don't know
big
what he
brand.
gained from that same
Yeah.
thing. Like he may have gotten more followers. He may have gotten, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Amazing where you don't know what you don't measure.
no, exactly right. So like arguably we could go and fast forward 2 years' time from now, right? And you go, okay, well, where's this podcast going to be in 2 years' time? We could look back at it. We might be number 1 podcast in the world. Now you look back and go, fucking, I wish we did in episode 50, if only we monetized this, or if only we did that, or if only we launched the podcast on this platform earlier, we would have killed it. You can't. Like, this is where the consistency comes up. You got to be disciplined. Have the discipline, have that consistency to keep showing up every single time, every single day. And that's probably the one thing I learned in business was when things got easy, I did take the foot off the pedal thinking and got arrogant. How good am I? Making good coin. And COVID came and punched me in the face. And now it was a reset. And now I've vowed to, in the good times, go 10 times harder.
Yeah, I think also not spending the money, but like having either KPIs or where this is what we hit no matter what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like this is what we're going for. Having direction no matter what.
Yeah.
Not we're doing like we've got cash in the bank, so now all of a sudden we don't have to like sales KPIs don't matter as much.
Yeah.
No, you should.
No, they always matter.
Yeah, they should always matter. Good times, bad times, they matter.
Yeah. They're not negotiable.
Yeah. There's no reason to miss them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And setting that up so that you constantly know that economy up, economy down, no matter what's going on, we know where we're going.
Yeah.
And where we plan to be in 1 year, 3 year, 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
So sales, marketing, branding, consistency.
Yes.
What else?
People. So many business owners I speak to, a lot of them that I see are often solopreneurs or might have, as you said, their wife working in the business because, you know, she's a stay-at-home mum and just get her to do the, I get her to do the zero accounts and invoicing and shit like that.
You got no interest in, you're married. You
Yes,
got no interest in doing that.
In what? Getting my missus involved?
Yeah.
She doesn't want to in it.
She doesn't want
to. She doesn't want to. I've offered. I said, hey, you can come here and do some shit. She's like, nah. She goes, I'll headbutt you.
Yeah.
She's a black belt in karate and she does MMA on whenever she's got some time.
So why haven't you sold her on it? Well, what would be the benefit to you?
For her to be here?
Yeah, like what would be the benefit to you? Apart from getting to spend time hanging out with your wife and stuff, like
Yeah, we say that we'd punch on, but I don't think we would in any shape or form. I think it would actually be a pretty good partnership. I think she just wants something that's her own. And I feel that if she was working here, she'd feel like she's working for me, not with me. So I think that's all it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though I've tried to make it clear that, hey, you'll have your own thing. You're going to do your own. Call yourself GM for all I give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, do what you want, but as long as you contribute. Here's the other thing though, right? Am I doing the company a disservice by employing her here when I could employ someone else better than her?
As a GM?
No, I'm saying in that role, in whatever role it might be. Let's just go back to the example. Let's say I bring her on to do marketing, okay, and branding.
Yeah.
But then that means I fire you.
Yeah. Oh, you're on downhill.
Downhill.
No, but hold on. So she could come on and be like your marketing coordinator, for example.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she works 3 days a week and she manages making sure that everything's happening as it should be, printing stuff.
Doesn't have a marketing degree, doesn't have any sort of branding experience. Am I better off employing someone who's gone to and done marketing?
So maybe then that's not the role for her.
But this is what I'm saying. Pretty much in any other, I'm effectively making a role for her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, well, who do I bring on? Am I better off bringing on someone that is more qualified in that space? We're talking about hiring the other day and talking about, you sent me this stuff from Hormozy, which actually changed my strategy as far as how I was employing people. He was saying your next hire should be your best hire every single time. So if you're employing a new contract administrator, he should be the best contract administrator at your company. So you're always employing skill up and your business will progress further. Rather than going the attitude, the this. He goes, no, employ some skill, get the talent of your team up and mold them how you need to go to move forward. So I look at that now as well, going, well, which people am I bringing into my team that are going to make it better as a result of them being there and help everyone else up too?
Yeah. I think in that post he mentioned, don't hire the person that's got the right attitude, hire the person that has the smallest gap to where you want them to be.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, correct.
Because then you spend the least time training them.
That's right.
Attitude is a set of skills.
That's right.
I think, when you make a decision like that, like hiring people, you got to look at, I was watching a video the other day of a podcast, Chris Williamson, whatever his name is.
Yeah. Fuck, I'm going to look that up right now. We do the same mistake every day. He's going to call us up one day and he's going to say, oi, my name's this.
I think his thing is Chris Wills X, but his name is Chris Williamson.
Ah, is it?
Pretty sure. But his handle is Chris Wills X or something like that.
Yeah. Chris Will X.
Yeah.
Chris Williamson.
Yeah. So Chris Williamson. And they were talking about decisions in life, decisions you make where like actions, behaviors, habits that have little to no downside and a lot of positive that come from it. And then the first one they gave was like, go and sleep early.
Yeah.
They're like, when you go to sleep early, like you're going to miss out on all the bad stuff. You're going to avoid drinking. You're going to avoid doing this. You're going to avoid late eating. And you wake up early, you get better sleep, your sleep quality's better. You know what I mean? Like there's so many benefits and there's so many negative things you miss out on for one small decision.
Yeah, it's so true, man. Like last night I went to bed at, you're going to freak, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. went to bed. And I was on my phone for a little bit, but I was out by 8:30, 9 o'clock. But as a result, I woke up wide awake, 5 a.m. Like, cool, let's go. Let's get up. Do you know how much more work I did between 5 and 7 a.m. today? Heaps. And then 7 a.m. I went to a site meeting and then came back to the office. But in those 2 hours, no one calls me, no one bothers me. I'm in the zone. I'm listening to music, doing my coffees, whatever it might be, and I'm working. And as you said, nothing bad happened. I went to bed, didn't watch TV.
Yeah, you're not missing out on anything.
Didn't go and have chocolate because I was hungry.
Nothing good happens like after 10 p.m. Yeah. Nothing.
That's so true.
You just reminded me of something. So I've recently changed. So I've started doing that now. I don't go to the gym in the mornings anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go at night?
I get up. I go in the middle of the day.
Yeah, that's cool too.
I get up and I go to work.
Yeah.
Like Mike called me the other day and he called me about 8:30. He's like, hey dude, do you need a minute? Or do you want me to call you later or can you talk? I was like, dude, I've been here for 3 hours. What's up? And dude, I had the best fucking day. Yeah. Like I got so much done. Yeah. By 9 a.m. I had completed so much work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was swamped for ages. Now I'm on top of everything.
Yeah. It's how funny is it? Oh, sorry to call you so early. It's like, bro, I've been here since
dude, I've been going for ages.
You just wake up.
But the best part is you realize people are walking in and they've just woken up. And I've done that. I've done that too. I've woken up at 8 and just rolled in at 8:30 and been like half asleep. But by that point, dude, I had completed so much. That's what I do now. I go get straight into the work.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I have a morning routine.
Yeah. So
cool. Yeah.
But people, this is what I was saying, I've become obsessed with leveraging my time, with maximizing my time, and I'm realizing I need more people. Like I'm trying to say, who can I bring in to do more work, and really push that envelope. And I want to have people here, the right people here, the skilled people here to push the company in the right direction, and I'm excited about that. And I think having a really powerful team, think about it in sport. Do you know what I mean? Are you going to go out and pay get the youngest, cheapest team to compete at the highest level?
That's the definition of talent. That's talent. Like you're getting talent.
Yeah, they may be skilled 18-year-old. Do you know what I mean? But they're not going to be as great as a 28-year-old in his prime.
No,
right?
100%.
But you're going to pay for that.
Yeah.
All right.
And you're paying the price either way.
Yeah,
time
that's
or money.
right. Time or money. And that's what it comes down to. And I'm looking at my team. I'm like, man, my team's going to smash your team. You got fucking nothing on us. You know that. And that's how I'm looking at business now. Yeah. And I'm excited about that. I'm pumped about it. And I want to just keep getting more and more and more people. That's why I got rid of one of the employees the other day. We said it in the last episode. Fired them. Like, fuck off. You're not in the stratosphere of where we're headed. Okay? You're holding me back. Got to let you go. Sorry. Wasn't a malicious thing. It was a business decision. That's it. You're gone. Thanks for your help. All the best for the future.
I think something that goes hand in hand with that as well is culture.
Oh, yes. Without a doubt.
People and culture, right?
Yeah. If you've got a shit culture, people will not stick around. I wouldn't. If I was working somewhere and it was a crap place to be, and you've been there, you've been in that toxic place.
Environments, yeah, dude. I've been in some fucking horrible environments. I've also been in some great ones.
Yeah. I've never really had a horrible one.
Oh, dude, it's great because I don't know, maybe this is just a positive spin on it. But like for me, I sit there and I think, I know what a bad environment was like.
Yeah.
I know the things not to do. Yeah, and I may have shared this example previously, but for anyone who hasn't heard it, a place I worked at, and the thing was, this was the example I shared with you. I worked in a place where they had a bad culture. And I've got a pretty good work ethic. Like I'll outwork everyone.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. Do you know what I mean?
Like you're saying as an employee?
Yeah. As anything.
Yeah.
Anything. You want to do push-ups? Let's go. Like, you know what I mean? In the gym, whatever, anything. And it's like, okay, I saw someone open the printer ran out of paper. Instead of filling up the tray, they opened the second tray and took half out and put it in the top. Yeah. And I was like, dude, that you haven't fixed the problem. Like you gave it a short-term, you fixed your problem. Yeah. You didn't fix the problem. That's a short-term fix because now that's going to run out again and you haven't fixed it properly.
Yeah.
Eventually, I started doing the same thing because I was like, fuck these people.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we're going to do? Okay, cool, fuck it. It's like, you know what I mean? You get over, it drags you in, dude.
Yeah.
It's easier to bring someone down than it is to lift someone up. Yeah.
And then if you pull them up on that, they'd be like, oh, hey, you're not my boss. Like, stuff
dude, I was hated in that place because they're like, who do you think you are coming in here trying to change stuff,
Yeah.
And I was like, you guys are sitting here like fucking, like, and you're still there now, there right now. I know for a fact they still work there.
Keep fucking
sleeping.
Keep sleeping. Cool. Culture is massively important. We do, when I'm teaching one of our branding and marketing trainings, we talk about culture extensively because you want to have a high performance area for your team to operate.
Yeah, it's like, what's the business vision?
Think about it from sport. Like I always go back to sport. Like, are you going to get your guys to train on the pristine field, or are you going to go get them to train on a swamp yard? You know what I mean? That's just full. That's got no grass on it. That's just full of potholes. That's not maintained in any way. They'll roll their ankles. They'll break a leg. No, you want them the best working conditions so they can perform. That's what you got to look at.
All right. Sales, marketing, branding, people, culture. What else you got?
What else we got?
I got one.
Yes.
Finance.
I was just about to say that one.
Understand your fucking numbers, dude. You need to look at a P&L and know what you're looking at. Yeah. You need to be able to look at a balance sheet. You need to be able to look at a cash flow statement and know what is happening in your business. Yeah. Okay, cool. How much do we spend on subscriptions? How much is this costing us? What's our gross profit?
Yeah.
Yeah. How much do we make post fulfillment? And then how much do we make after all of our overheads? What's our net profit? You know, and how do we increase these numbers?
Yes.
How much money are we making? How much money are we keeping? Yeah. Turning over $1 million is great. But if you turn over $1 million and just keep a tiny bit, if you understand your numbers well enough, you can start to make those adjustments that can, and we've shared the example, you know, you turn over 10 mil and you keep 10%.
Yeah.
You make it 11% and you keep an extra 100 grand. That can be a full-time job.
Yeah.
You can pay for someone just by making a tweak that gets you a 1% increase in your net profit.
Yep. With that as well, I think it's also important that you have the ability to make smart business decisions, like financial decisions.
Yeah.
What does that look like for you? Should you go out and spend $500,000 on a car? All right. You go, I'll just run it through the business. It's a tax write-off. All right. Should you do that? Or should you go buy a second-hand car?
Yeah.
Or should you go buy an entry-level ute or whatever it might be for your business? Do you need a $13,000 MacBook Pro? Okay. Or will you be able to suffice with
13?
I don't know. What's that really big computer they've got? That Apple computer with like a amazing screen on it. Yeah, it's mental.
There you go.
That's the desktop one. Yeah, gotta talk in the mic because you sound like a robot.
Okay, so you can actually buy a MacBook Pro that costs $13,000 because storage is so expensive for Macs. There's also the Mac Studio.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Apple XDR display that costs like $8,000 or something.
Yeah, it's mental. Like just stupidity. And again, it's brand. Like,
I need that.
Oh, of course you need it. Yeah, damn straight. Your videos better be fucking next level after that. So, yeah, being smart about your money. We had this conversation the other day. So we're looking at a new office now to move. It's a luxury, not a necessity. We were looking at it, weighing up the numbers. Is it a cool office? Yeah, it is. And is it going to help take us to the next level? Is there room for heaps of future growth? Yes, there is. Was it a great deal? Yeah, it was. For what we were paying and what we negotiated it down to, really, really good value. But I looked at it, and so did you, and it's like, well, okay, that's going to cost us X amount more per annum. And we're going to commit to this for the next 10 years. What's that look like today? Do we need to move out of this office? Do I need to move out of this office? No. I could fit another 3, maybe 5 people in this office where I'm at today. Start to get cramped, but I could do it. Then I go, all right, well, is it actually going to generate more business for me? Probably not. Is it going to make me feel good? Maybe. Is it going to motivate me now to go get more work because we have to cover the expense of this office here? Yeah, maybe. Arguably. There's discussions for both. But ultimately, if it's not the best thing for the business, don't do it. Do not do it. Don't go and overcommit yourself if you don't need to. But in the same token, this is going to come into my next thing. You've got to be willing to take risks. You have to be willing to take some risks. Educated risks. Doesn't have to be, okay, here we go, I'm going to cover my eyes and hopefully this lands in the right spot. No, you're going to have some educated risk through your level of experience in business, in your profession, and back yourself. I love, who was saying this? It's like come to be first to market. Being first to market is better than being best to market.
Yeah.
But when you're doing it and you do come first to market, you're probably going to miss the mark on a few things. But just manage that downturn. It's the same when you take a risk in your business. Take that risk. Just manage the downturn. Okay. If something wrong happens, if you take that punt and it falls back, you're cool. All right. Once it gets to this level, we're going to cut it off. So I've only lost $5,000, not $55,000. That way you can manage the downturn. But if it pays off, you're going to make 3.5 mil. So yeah, it can be worth that. But you've got to be able to back yourself too.
That quote, by the way, is, it's better to be first than to be better.
Oh, is it? I haven't heard it like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's one of the marketing. So there's a book called 22 Immutable Marketing Principles.
Yeah.
And the first one is, it's better to be first than to be better.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was written that way. So they've heard different.
Yeah, speed matters.
Speed matters. Well, there you go. Speed matters. Yeah.
Speed matters.
Too many, and I hear so many people, I'm a perfectionist. Perfection is subjective. Your definition of perfect and mine of perfect is going to be completely different. So you're chasing something that's not really necessarily obtainable. Oh, everything has to be just right. Every dot, every cross, everything has to be perfect. No, get it done. Start fucking working.
I don't know anyone like that.
With what?
Perfectionist?
Oh, you don't know them?
No, right now. Like I've heard of, you hear of the whole, but like
I heard a few people say it recently to me in interviews, which is why
they're a perfectionist.
Yeah, she's like, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. But yeah, we'll fix that.
Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they mean quality, like they deliver like details,
potentially
like attention to detail. Because I like attention to detail.
Yeah,
I'm like notice the things that are going wrong. Simon walked past me on the street today. I didn't even look, and I'm like, dude, I sent him a photo of himself.
You sent me a photo the other day of me driving.
Yeah, sent him a photo of himself. And I was like, dude, and he's like, where did you see that? I was like, you walked right past me. He was sleeping.
I waved at you.
Yeah. I called your hand. Shook your hand. Shook your All right. So finance matters. Numbers matter.
Numbers matter.
What else? What else you got? Business fundamentals.
Yeah,
I like
so
this topic.
it is.
I can
It's good,
talk about heaps.
Yeah,
If I
that's
could
good.
load
Keep
up
going. Keep going. Relationships.
Network.
Yeah. So with people, build relationships. Build relationships. Don't be afraid to talk to strangers, because strangers are going to give you money. Okay, you got to connect with strangers. You got to connect with people. You got to. When I say build on the relationship, it's also that positive relationship too. That people are not just a transaction.
Yeah. Hey,
You're building a connection with people.
your clients will become your friends before your friends become your clients.
Yeah. Yeah. I like Manuel. Yes, you're true. Very true. But I want to also keep professional boundaries in place with a lot of people too. Not always want to be your best friend.
Yeah, that's something you teach, huh?
I've just seen it too many times where the lines get blurred between business and pleasure. And it's like, you need to. I'll send a variation like, I thought we're friends. We're friends, but I need to eat.
Yeah.
I'm not paying to build your home. Like, we can be friends after.
I guess, yeah.
It's a little bit different with what I'm doing.
Probably.
Maybe a little bit, but it's still overall, I think it can work like that. It's not a bad principle to live by. But yeah, building relationships with people is going to be critical, not just clients. I'm talking contractors, suppliers, your employees, relationships in general. I think everything's there. It's going to be pretty important with that.
Relationships.
Yeah. What about yourself? What's your next topic?
Operations.
Cool. Systems, procedures.
Systems, SOPs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like actually, so I've become I'm so deep in this part right now. Like in the sense of, you don't realize how much is in your own head. Yeah. And not until like right now, a core focus around what we're doing at Legacy Media is building a sales team.
Yeah.
And two things this has taught me. One, I thought I'd fleshed out the sales process quite well, and I had it.
Yeah.
And two, I thought I was a very good salesperson. And I'm a very good conversationalist, not a very good salesperson. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. They're different. I can go in and I can talk and I'm likable and I get along with people and I'm very knowledgeable on what we're talking about, but that's not a sales process. A sales process, a foolproof sales process, right? What you should be able to give to someone they should be able to say, hey, like you don't know anything about the product, you don't know about this, here's a sales process, you should be able to sell. That's what it should do. Yeah. And I didn't have that. You know what I mean?
So you're building that now?
Building that right now, dude.
Awesome. That's really cool.
That even like marketing process is like, okay, cool. We build a funnel. What do we do? What do we check? What are the important things? What do we need to make sure every single funnel has? What are the 6 key fundamentals? Okay, it needs to have this, and that. Okay, cool. And then what do we do to make sure that there's no errors? What do we, you know what I mean? What's the process around that? And we've got checklists now and everything. Like, and it's a full, dude, I don't know if your business will ever get to the point where you stop creating processes.
Yeah.
But I think it's a super important part. Do you know what I mean?
We live in fortunate times too, because technology is really moving at a fast pace. Ever since the introduction of AI. How old's ChatGPT now? A year and a half?
2 years.
2 years?
Think about 2.5 years.
Think about 2.5 years ago, no one
check out
AI.
Check out WhatsApp right now.
Oh shit.
On the Legacy group.
Oh shit.
What does he got?
I don't know, I've got 13 messages though, so I'm fucking scared.
Yeah. Okay. What's that?
That is AI. I just did
What?
that right now. Like five
Hold
minutes
on.
ago.
So, wait,
That was you. That is you. That is a picture of you.
so
I just put you on a beach playing with.
That's not me.
that is you right now.
That is right.
So for everyone watching, actually for everyone listening,
That's not me.
I did that from one single
Okay.
photo.
Okay. Sorry, the side. But when I look face on, that's not me.
so for everyone listening,
So
just
this
so you
is
have
not a refined version. I just did that from one photo in 5 minutes.
Yeah, there you go.
So for everyone listening, just so you don't know, you probably wonder what's going on. Iggy has taped George
Just
whilst
talking
he's
now.
podcasting, and all of a sudden George is on the beach holding a shell. Maybe what's he holding?
Don't know, but I'm on the beach living my best life.
Check this out.
Am I talking?
Funny. Huh? For the camera people,
Zoom in.
check that out right there. And for those of you listening, he's on the beach right now. Iggy just used AI to do some pretty cool stuff. And
Yeah. So my point is, like, people thought AI was Terminator shit. You know what I mean? It's the robots are coming, taking over. Now there's so many tools that you can utilize. Like, I haven't taken meeting minutes in fucking years.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a thing of the past. I used to have one of my employees come into a meeting just so they can take minutes because I didn't want to fucking sit there and type and write action items. Now you use apps like, what's it called? Firefly,
Fathom.
Fathom. When I use Fathom almost in every Zoom meeting I do. So now it's a part of there and it summarizes everything and I've got my action list and I can send it to people if I need to. It's there and readily available for you to use and make your life easier and more productive.
And Fathom's free.
It's free. And even most of these are fucking low cost anyway. They're like $10, $20, whatever it might be, but it saves you hours, days, whatever. You've put up some stuff when you're doing presentations about you can record yourself, a video of yourself in different angles, saying different things, and then you can go and type the text and it'll create a whole video with you, your face, your voice, everything, if you're really shy on camera. Like, why wouldn't you do that sort of stuff and dominate, that space? Like, the tools are available there for you to use, but people are like, no, I don't have the time to do that. I don't have the time to learn how to use Fathom. Don't have the time I'm going to get this person to keep taking notes. Cool, keep sleeping. I think people need to start taking it a little bit more serious.
I think
processes and
I think people don't understand. They don't value what that brings to the table. You know, and a great example is the other day I was sharing all this at the summit in Melbourne, and some guy, remember a guy put his hand up, and he said, "Question," and I said, "Yeah." He's like, "When are we supposed to do all this?" And I said, "You do it whatever you want." He's like, "Yeah, but we've also got to build the house as well."
Yeah.
I said, "That's cool. You've also got to eat as well, and you've also got to do all these. It's all priorities, right? But if you see value in doing these things, in building processes, building brand, building a team, getting sales, you know what the problem is as humans? We fail to connect dots. How can you smoke cigarettes? How can you, if you listen to this, you are failing to connect the dots between smoking cigarettes and death. You are failing to connect the dots.
Yeah.
Yeah. As humans, we fail to connect. That's why marketing isn't as popular as sales. No, sales is better because you get, when I sell to you, you pay me now.
Yeah.
When I market, I see the result a little bit later.
Yeah.
And we can't connect
Often
the dots.
a lot later.
Hey?
Often a lot later.
Often a lot later. Well, compounds.
Yeah.
Right? You build brand for 10 years. It's pretty hard.
You messaged me the other day. It was a few months back, actually. You're like, hey, congrats. I'm like, what? You've just spent over $100,000 in ad spend. I'm like, that's fucking sick. I didn't even know I had that much money to spend on ads. Over 100K. What are Amex points? Sick.
It's all hooked up to Amex, huh?
It's all I should get some sort of like award. You know, you get plaques. I should get something like that from Facebook.
I can't wait till we put a plaque on the wall in the background here from this YouTube channel.
How cool is that going to be when we get the, what is that, $500,000? Or is it a mil?
100K.
100K, you get one at 100K. They send you one at 100K.
100K.
We'll have that next
First
year.
one's at 100K, second
We'll
one's
have that
at a
next
mil.
year.
The silver's 100. I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
Anywho,
Keep
back
talking.
to the
Keep talking.
back to the topic. I think as humans we fail to actually connect the dots. And do you know what another one is as well that I think coincides with one you mentioned earlier? I think leadership.
Yes.
I think leadership is a skill that is absolutely fundamental for you to grow, for you to get people to buy into your idea, your vision, your business, and where this is all going, for you to get people to commit, for you to get people to get... You know, Pete, there's people who would go work for free to go work for Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah. People who would go and work for free.
I've had people offer to work for me for free.
Yeah.
I turned them down.
Why?
Because I said it would cost me too much money
To have them there.
to have them working for free for me. And they didn't understand.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
But you can use them.
No, it wouldn't be worth my time. Wouldn't be worth my... I'd rather pay them to do a proper job.
Oh, they can't do a proper job?
If they want to work for me because they're mostly that don't have the skill set, so they're trying to leverage my experience. So they want me to show them, they want to shadow me. So no, it costs me too much money. If I have to stop for 10 minutes, an hour, half an hour to go through it with you, you've already cost me more money than I'm willing to invest.
Yeah, that's not worth it. But if they want to work for you, I'm so cool. Here's some gloves. Clean the toilets. Nah, go to site.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like a labouring. They weren't saying I'll work for free for labouring. No, you gotta come into the business and follow you. So no. And I often get that with people want to take me out for coffee all the time or lunch or something like that. It's all right. I can buy my own coffee and get my own lunch. It's the time they're trying to leverage my time to help sell their product or whatever it might be.
So here's my tip to everyone who does that. They're missing the actual cost from your aspect.
Yeah.
Like they aren't paying attention to how much, like offer some value.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Offer some and for example, for the gentleman who messaged and said, I want to talk to you about the product. Like, that's cool, but so I'm supposed to give you some time for an opinion?
Yeah.
Like, is that what the expectation is? Do you know what I mean? Offer some level of value to me. Like, if I have to go and stop what I'm doing and give up my time, what do I get out of it? Everyone wants to know what they get out of it. If you position things so that people will get something out of it, people will do it. You give away something for free and no one takes it, there's still a cost you're not factoring in for.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It might be the cost of reading it or consuming it or whatever it might be. You create content. Content is free.
Yeah.
If people don't consume your content, it's because your content's bad. And there is a time factor cost for them to consume it. They're getting nothing in return.
I had someone actually quite cleverly send me an email. I had no interest in buying his product, but I actually responded back to him nonetheless. And it was on the lines of, he actually did a bit more research than just a cold call as far as an email. He first was saying, hey, I love that video about this, and actually elaborated more on my video that I'd posted. And then he also sent me his own video. Hey, George, just wanted to let you know, really appreciate that video. I got a lot out of it. I loved how you did this, and this. So on and so forth. By the way, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm about. I'd love to connect with you. I think it was about building a website or something like that. Because I'd really love to connect with you. I've seen your website. I've done some stuff. I reckon we can do this. I reckon we can do that, blah, blah, blah. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. I actually responded back and said, listen, I loved your approach. I think that was really powerful, really good. Great that you spent the time to invest in just consuming my content and then responding to that specifically rather than just, hey, we build websites, click here, I'll do your free proposal. I said, no, if I didn't get you guys to do my website, probably would have given them a buzz. So
yeah, but
sometimes just being a little bit more creative.
That's a cold outreach.
It is a cold outreach, but he still went to a bit more effort than just most people would.
But
as if I trying to go through and go, okay, well, how can I try and get to strategy? Yeah, it is a strategy, absolutely. Yeah. But at least it was still more than most do. Most people, I get 10 DMs a day on the constructions page. Oh, hey, love your work. Can we come quote some work for you? Sometimes I respond, sometimes I don't. Or I say, hey, I'll let you know, or speak to Simon, or if I need that trade at that particular moment and you're lucky to have gotten me, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, we're actually looking for someone to do the metal work. Price this. Sometimes. But more often than not, it's just too impersonal and it's not meaningful enough. I had a window supplier, never spoken to them before, never met them before. They sent us 2 bottles of wine, chocolates, a whole big package, what's it called? Anyway, a package, a good
I know what
goodies
you're
bag,
talking
or whatever
about.
it
I
is.
just don't know what it's called. It's like a
hamper.
gift. Yeah, that's it. Hamper. I was going to say gift basket.
Yeah, it was kind of like, yeah. So I was like, oh, well, it was really nice of them.
Yeah.
But
Wait.
I rang up.
You're trying to buy my business?
I know.
That'll work. You can easily buy my
Scotch.
business. Yeah.
Scotch, wrong bottle. Next time bring Scotch. But
But that's good on them.
again, a little bit above and beyond.
Yeah.
So that's good that they went to that extreme. Like the box was nice. It was their own personal branding, like a whole range of.
Oh, here's a tip.
Yes,
for
I know what you're about to say.
What?
Good. Are you going to say about the branding?
Yes.
good.
When you're giving a gift to someone, give it with their branding, dude.
right.
Give it. It is the most like. Why do you say? Are you? Do you know what I mean? I get that you want to showcase what you're about, but guess what? You give me a pen that has my branding on it. I'm gonna fucking keep that pen forever, and every time I grab it, I'm gonna think of you.
Yes.
Not you give me a pen with your branding, and I'm gonna fucking throw it at the next person walking past.
Do you know, whenever I get shit like that, straight in the bin.
Dude, yeah, it's
Like
like
people sending me booklets like with their
send
brand
me
on the
your
top.
brand.
Literally
Yeah,
throw it on
send
the bin.
me. Sorry, send me my
pen
own
with
brand.
a big ass Robby face on
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Yeah, you think I'm going to throw that out?
You serious?
You send me a pen with me on it. You think I'm going to throw it out?
I
That
want
pen is going to be there forever. Even when it runs out of ink, I'm going to hold on to it. I swear. And then forever, people will say, you got a pen with yourself on it. Where'd you get it from? And then you have to say, oh, so-and-so got it for me.
Right.
Right? It's, yeah.
Smart. There's a book,
Smart.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's a book about giving gifts. I can't remember what it's called. I'm
Book
going to find
about giving gifts.
Yes, there's an art to it. And how rather than just sending, and that's one of the chapters, I'm spewing it in. I think I wrote it down. But one of the chapters was literally like, don't give them shit with your brand on it. Give it with their brand on it.
Yeah,
Give them
dude, it
things
is
that they
like-
want. Do a little bit more research. Like if I know you go for custom,
Personalise it.
okay, and you told me I used to love Chris Judd. So cool.
Can I tell
As
you
my
what?
client
I
yeah,
did
back
love
in the
Chris
day.
Judd.
Back in the day. I don't know if you still do.
Is he alive?
Is that?
I haven't seen him.
Have
Where is
seen
he?
him? Does he still play footy?
Is he? Yeah.
Shoulders are
Comes on this
Shoulders are fun.
this Sunday.
He probably needs to for the Blues to get up. Fucking duds. What was that? Oh, okay.
Chris Judd.
So say you're my client. I know you like Chris Judd. I've got a connection. I'll call you up. Hey, or say I know it's your birthday. Right? I say, by the way, I got something for you for your birthday. Oh, you'd have to give me that signed photo of Chris Judd. Or
Yeah,
it's like, I need you to come to this cafe on this time. I've got someone I want you to meet.
Yeah, because
okay,
Chris
cool.
Judd's there.
Chris Judd's there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, but Chris, love your work, blah, blah. You get him to sign your back and you go get it tattooed later. Like, it'd be perfect. But do you know what I mean? Being more thoughtful, that's what I would have just done for you, that
Value.
transaction, you would never build with anyone else for the rest
That's
of
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It is,
And it cost, maybe I have to pay Chris Judd $5,000 to come sit and have lunch with me. So, hey, I just need you to come and spend, I'll give you $5,000, give me an hour of your time, I'll buy you lunch. I've got a client, high net worth value, and he's doing business with me, and I want to do something nice for him. He's a big fan of you. Come have a chat, talk some shit for an hour, go home, you're $5,000 richer. But yeah, no worries, I'll come down and do that. And I just signed up. I do that for you. You call me, George, by the way. I've got this job, $10 million. Let me know when you're ready to start.
you know what the problem is with that? The same problem people have with marketing. Because then they don't understand that they need to spend money to make money.
Yeah.
They don't understand, they get the referral and they're like, yeah, I got this one for free.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, how many times more can you do that?
Yeah.
Generally, turn it up.
Yeah.
Turn the tap on.
Turn it off.
Come on. Yeah, show us. Get 3 referrals today.
Yeah.
Come on. Do it. And look, hey, there are strategies to leverage referrals, but it can only go so far.
Yeah, well, you said it the other day. It's like, imagine if, especially even a startup. Now, this is general. We're not whether you start up with your experience, whatever it is. We're just giving some business tips. But you mentioned it the other day. It's like, imagine if you only had one client and he was your only client forever. How are you going to treat him? Right? You should treat all your clients like that because they are going to be your next biggest thing to get you more business through the door.
I can't remember who said this, but someone said, we're going to play a game. All right? Business. And it's like, that one client you've got right now? The only way you can't do any ads, I don't care how much money you have, you can't run any ads, you can't do any marketing, you can't take on any other clients. No matter if they're walking your door, you can't take them on. The only way for you to get more clients is for this person to refer them.
Mm-hmm.
How are you trading that client? What are you doing?
That's
You know what I mean? And what are you doing that you're not doing right now?
You know what, guys? After this episode, if that's the one thing you need to concentrate on.
Yeah.
Right? Of everything we've just spoken about, it's all great, it's all important, it's all going to be critical. But if you want to walk away with something out of this episode today, it's that.
Yeah, fulfillment, dude. What are you delivering on? Okay, you got the client. Well done. Like you sold them. Have you ever bought something and said, this was sick, I'm pumped, I'm ready, I've seen all your branding, I'm ready to go. And then you get the product or you do the service and you're like, well, this was underwhelming. This fucking sucked. Do you know what I mean? And then guess what? I buy your product. I bought into your brand. I did all the marketing. Your sales process was great. I get your product or your service. It's shitty. And then George says, how was so-and-so? And I say, yeah, don't do it.
Yeah. Walk away.
Yeah. Trust me, I did it. I spent X dollars and it wasn't worth it.
Side note, silver when you reach 100,000 subscribers, gold when you reach 1 million, diamond when you reach 10 million subscribers, and red diamond when you reach 100,000 subscribers. 100 million subscribers, sorry.
Wouldn't be many people with 100 million subscribers.
No, surely not. Beast.
Yeah, maybe.
He'd have to. So yeah, side note.
So 100K is the first one.
That's the first one. We'll get there. I know what else you need. This is probably the most important thing out of everything. All right. The most important business strategy that you need to implement, hands down, without a doubt, subscribing to this channel.
Without a doubt.
You got to go top right-hand corner, click the button, click the bell, click everything on that page. The like button, the hate button. You got to click them all. And you got to subscribe. You got to share it with your friends. You got to share it with your mum.
Your mother.
Your mum. Got to share it with her particularly. And make sure that they get this. Make sure that they get it to improve their life, to improve their business, to just bring some good, wholesome fun and joy into their life.
Yeah. And don't forget, I shared it at the start of the episode, but if you want a shout out, if you want your business to get plugged on this podcast, there is no cost. There is no catch. There is nothing. We simply are flipping the switch on the way sponsors work.
Yeah.
And don't pay us money.
Don't give us
Matter of fact, we'll give you the free plug.
That's it.
You just got to go and let us know why.
Yeah.
And if you convince us, if you use your sales skills, if you are good enough at influence and you convince us to do this, then we'll give you that free plug. And we don't want anything in return. Nothing. Anything at all. We won't ever ask you for money. We won't ever ask you for anything. We just ask nothing. We ask nothing. We're just thankful you're here.
That's it.
That's all it is.
That's all. I do have one. I do have something else I want to add to that list.
100%. Go for it.
Your health. Mental, physical, spiritual. Make it a fucking priority. Okay? Don't let it go.
You can't
You don't need the dad bod. You don't need the mum bod. Don't buy into that shit. Don't buy into the crappy lifestyle choices that are easy. Yes? It's easy to eat cake. It's easy to eat donuts for breakfast.
Yeah, still haven't had a good donut.
I wouldn't know where to go. There's a place in Oakley that makes some sick donuts. If you go to Oakley much, you wouldn't. I don't think you'd ever go.
Weird that I've been asked that question twice in the last hour.
No shit. Who else asked you? Simon. Yeah, he's an Oakley head. That's why. Shit. Greek Central. Anyway, there's a good donut place there.
But don't eat it because health, right? And it does matter. And you can't spell business without you.
Shit.
So did that?
I did.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's we could do a whole
episode. So look after yourself. Eat well. Get your steps up. If you're sitting at a desk all day, get up, go for a fucking walk.
Don't be lazy. Desk.
I've got one. I've got one that you can raise it. It's still a sitting desk, but you can raise part of it. So it wears off. Novelty was good at the start. I haven't really used it too much now.
So it wears off, or you get comfortable?
No, I get comfortable.
Yeah,
I get comfortable, 100%.
But
I walk. I go for walks now. Like I'll get up and go for a walk on lunchtime and breaks and shit like that. Good. Because I want to keep moving. But yeah, don't get comfortable with being lazy. The funny thing is, when you start working out, when you start eating right, when you start looking after yourself, you get better at business. You get better. Go to bed early. We spoke about that earlier. That's part of looking after yourself, your health. Doing all of these things will make you a high performer. So my motivation behind getting up and starting to work out and look after myself was a couple of things. But the first one was we did our very first event. And great success. Like I've never been obese, but I have been chubby around the edges. And I remember the first time on stage, I was looking at myself and I just looked a bit round in areas. Do you know what I mean? No one else would have noticed this. You wouldn't have, Iggy wouldn't have, people wouldn't have noticed watching it, but I did. And I felt like I was contradicting myself by telling everyone, hey, be a high performer, be this, when I'm not. When I wasn't being in my physical sense. Yes, I was doing that in business, but I wasn't in the other aspect. And it's the same token. If I saw someone that was obese get up on stage and start talking to me about motivation, about this, about business, about deals, dude, shut the fuck up. I don't care how many millions you're worth, you're losing. You'll be dead next year. How many millions are you going to help? How many millions are you going to have then? Do you know what I mean? You're fucking 200, 150 kilos and you're telling me how to make money. I'm not going to be here to enjoy it soon. I'm going to surpass you. So look after yourself. Go for a walk. Just start simple, then build up. Muscle strength. That's what now that I've been training, I'm seeing research, clips, all these sorts of things. One of the biggest determining factors to disease creeping into your body, cancers, just any type of disease, is your lack of muscle. Go and lift some fucking weights. Look after yourself. Be strong for as long as humanly possible, because there's a statistic out there, I don't know what it is, but when you get to your 60s, if you break your hip in your 60s, the percentage of you dying like triples to like 60, 70% of you going to die because of that injury, all because you haven't built muscle. You made a choice today that has affected your life in the future.
My grandpa had a really bad fall. Yeah. And he broke his arm, dude. He's 84 years old.
Shit.
He broke his arm here.
Oh, wow.
Recently. The last few weeks. Like bad fall. Half his body's bruised, blue. Yeah. 84 years old, fell, like full necked himself. He's okay.
Can I just say something?
No.
Did you laugh?
No, it wasn't a funny laugh. I didn't say funny laugh. I didn't say his fall.
It's a bit personal when it's your own family too.
No, you've got a call saying grandpa.
My grandpa actually died because he broke his hip.
Yeah, wow, there you go.
But he was 90, almost 5.
Yeah, that's a big.
Well, it took him like another couple of months after that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like your body becomes frail if you let it. Yeah, but arguably, had your grandfather been working out until that time, and I'm not talking he has to be bench pressing, 100 kilos.
It was actually very, very healthy.
Can I just say, in your culture, I imagine most people are quite fit and healthy and strong.
No,
they're
like
quite the
obese,
opposite. Oh, is it?
Fat, big, strong.
Isn't it like a real hard-working type community? I don't know. I think Mongolia, snow, hard slog.
It's just harsh, not hard.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men are usually big,
Harsh,
fat not because of sugar, but because eating too much. So they're very, very strong.
They are strong?
Yeah, they're like wrestler strong.
Yeah.
But they die very early.
It's like the Maoris as well. They're very much like that. You look at a lot of the islanders, they're really huge human beings, and they eat like just...
that is caused because the fruit lychee that grows on their like island.
Yeah.
It's more about like Samoyeds.
Yeah.
They have natural steroid in their lychee, and they've been eating it for a lot of generations. Yeah. And male, female, they're all buff.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah.
It's pretty much in their genetics now.
Yeah, there you go. But interesting. So yeah, that's something that I've learned over the years, is just focusing on your health to make you better at business.
Yeah, and drink more water.
Simple life hack.
Simple life hack. When you drink more, when was the last time you got a blood test? You don't get blood
tests. It was last year. I got one last year. I wanted to get one. Actually, I'm going to go get one.
What's the
I'll come to you and you tell me what's good and what's bad, because they're duds, the doctors.
The doctors, yeah.
I told them, asked him. So he goes, everything's normal. I said, what's good?
That was the best thing of it.
I was like, okay, what's exceptional? And he just looks at me weird.
He was like,
no, but you're normal.
Nothing great.
Because don't worry about it. Yeah, so there's nothing good.
When you go get a blood test, one of the first things they say to you is make sure you drink water.
Yeah.
Why? Because when you drink water, your blood flows easier. So when you don't, your blood's thicker.
Yeah.
So don't you think it's better for your whole fucking body if you just drink water? Yeah. Like, wouldn't it be easier to have thinner blood? Don't you think that would be easier for your heart to pump the blood all day, every day?
Absolutely, man. I told you the other day, ever since I've been drinking more water, my migraines have magically gone away. How fucking magical that is that? All I've done is drink water. And that's what it's happening. Like, the blood is thick, it's in your head, like it's throbbing around your brain, which is why you're getting that headache in the first place. And all I did was drink water. And working out, and I'm stronger now. Like, I feel strong. It's like someone says, move this. Only. What else do you want me to move? Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel masculine as a result of it too. I feel like manly, strong. I can do this. No worries. protect my tribe, protect my family, fucking oath. And I'm ready for battle. I'm well rested in the mornings. I'm up 5 a.m. I'm awake. I'm not, oh man, I gotta be fucking up. It's so early. I went to bed at 12 watching fucking Iggy doing sick shit on whatever it is, TikTok, FaceTalk, all that shit. Doing sick videos, doing AI videos of me.
All right. Nothing we shared, people wouldn't have already heard.
That's groundbreaking.
Nothing groundbreaking. It was like we gave you stuff that is easy to implement, that is simple, that will have the biggest return on your investment, whether it's money or time. It'll have the biggest return on your investment. You want to get better at sales? That'll have a big investment. You want to get better at marketing? That'll have a massive investment. You want to get better at, people, hiring the right team? That will have the biggest investment, like a biggest return, sorry. The question now is, what are you going to do about it?
I have a question for you. Why don't people do it? Why do you think they don't do it? Why do you think they miss out on the fundamental? Is it education? They just don't know what they don't know.
I just think it's people don't, two things. They either don't believe, because if you knew, like I believe when you fundamentally connect the dots, you don't do that thing anymore. Yeah? I don't know anyone who goes and touches a hot stove. Do you know anyone that does that? Because they know, touch it, boom, hot, get burned straight away. Dots are connected because it happened like that.
Yeah.
Right? But with most of this stuff, dude, no one goes into, or it would be very, very few cases of people who go into business and crush it in their first 12 months.
Yeah.
Very few cases. Most people go in and it's tough at the start and you're getting your feet and you're learning things that no one shows you. And I think people fail to make the connection of the dots between the task at hand and the result they'll get. And there's no guarantee. Like, there is no guarantee. There's no guarantee that if you run an ad, you're going to get a result. There's no guarantee that if you get better at sales that you're going to make more money. It'll most likely will happen.
Yeah.
but
consistency, we spoke about that.
Yeah. But is it guaranteed? No. There's no guarantee that if you invest in the people in your team that they're going to stick around.
Yeah.
There's none of this stuff is guaranteed, dude. There's no guarantee if you go into business that you're going to crush it.
Everything's risky.
Yeah.
Everything in life is a risk.
You know what the biggest risk is? Doing nothing.
Life itself's a risk, isn't it?
Life's a risk, but doing nothing, dude, that's the biggest fuck up. Because time is your number one asset that is fleeting away by the second.
Tell you what, life is so risky that none of us are going to get out of it alive.
See what you did there? And you're right. Phone drop.
Mic drop. Mic drop.
There is a mic in that.
I'm using the mic, so I can't drop the mic.
Yeah.
Probably just cracked my screen, but effect was still...
Well worth it. Well worth it.
That's it. All right, guys, take some action.
Yeah.
I hope this just motivated you in a way that goes, all right, I know I need to start working on SOPs. I know I need to start doing this, doing that, focusing on my branding, focusing on my health, whatever it might be, just some of those little things. And we could go on for fucking 6 hours on this topic, but there's some high level things that you need to look after for you to have success in business. And we want you to do that. So action items, just complete one of those things.
Yeah, just do. Don't even complete it. Just start it.
Sorry. Just start one of those.
Just start on one of those things right now. Like, commit to, and it might be something as simple as I'm gonna buy a book on sales.
Yeah.
Because I listen. I'm gonna roll the dice here, and I'm gonna say that 99% of you suck at sales. Mm-hmm. I'm just rolling the dice.
Yeah.
Well, some of you might be great.
It's not your fault that you didn't know, but it is your fault if you continue not to.
Yeah, or you don't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm. So, take the action. I'd love to, you know what you should all do as well? Tag either of us or the show in one of the items that you're going to action. Take a photo of it and say, oi, hitting this health thing. Thanks, $1 Million Days. Or Robby or George or whatever it might be. That's what we want to hear post this episode.
100%. Let us know what you're doing.
Sick. As always, guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining us today. And we cannot wait to hear you next time. Peace out.
Thanks, guys.
I have a surprise on WhatsApp.
Post fucking...
Hold on.
Outro. You've just jumped in.
We're not done yet.
We're not done yet. We're still far out.
Apparently we're not done yet.
That is next level.
What?
Oh, God, that's a set now. Who's
Yes,
this? On the jet ski. Is that me and me? Oh my God, I can't.
All right.
Too much. We'll put that in the show notes.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.